Everyone, it's Jenny from Norman S. Wright. So let's switch topics and talk about fans for the next few weeks. In one of the early videos, I talked about different types of fans and different blade designs. Let's talk about belt drive versus direct drive fans today. So let's get started. I've been drawing a simple fan like this in my previous videos, but there's obviously more components to the fan. This is the fan housing. If we make this a little more three-dimensional, it'll kind of look like this. Inside the fan is the fan wheel, also called the impeller. There'll also be an inlet that is usually bell mouth shaped to provide good airflow into the wheel. On the other side of the fan is the drive. AMCA describes the fan drive as any device used to power the fan, including the motor, belts, couplings, and so on. There are two basic types of drives, belt drive and direct drive. On the drive side, a shaft and bearings will be connected to the hub of the wheel. If it's a belt drive fan, this will be connected to a sheave or pulley. And then the two pulleys are connected by the belt. And then down here, the shaft of the motor will connect to the lower pulley. And this would be a belt drive fan. In this case, the fan rotates in this direction, which means that the pulley and belt will rotate in this direction and the motor will rotate in this direction. Now, in a direct drive system, the motor drives the fan directly without the belt and pulley system. So the motor would be connected here into the shaft or directly into the hub of the wheel. And in this case, the motor will rotate this way. So I've drawn a centrifugal fan, but axial fans would have the same components. There are different reasons that you might want a belt drive or direct drive fan, so let's move these over and look at this in more detail. First, let's look at the air that will be flowing through the fan. In a direct drive fan, the motor shaft will be in the airstream. So you have contaminated airstreams that have higher particulate loads, gases, vapors, or chemical compositions. A belt drive fan might be your better choice. Another thing to look at is where is the fan going to be installed? If the fan is going to be installed in extreme hot, cold, dirty, or humid conditions, then a direct drive fan might be a better choice here so that the belt components aren't exposed to those conditions. Also, if access to the fan is limited, it might be better to install a direct drive fan because they require less maintenance. Maintenance in general is another consideration. Belt drive fans need maintenance on the belts and bearings. Fan bearings need to be lubricated and drive tensioning should be checked several times a year at minimum. So if maintenance will be an issue for any reason, direct drive fans might be your best choice here as well. Let's move this over. Another consideration is sound. Belt drive fan bearings and belts can contribute noise to the system, so if sound is going to be a major concern, direct drive might be the way to go. Fan speed is another consideration. Belt drive fans have more flexibility with respect to RPM speed because you can configure the sheaves and belts to get a range of speeds with a fixed speed motor. Direct drive fans with ECM, also known as EC motors, you can get the same flexibility. But these motors are more expensive than fixed-speed motors. VFDs can also be used to control the motor speed. Efficiency is another thing to look at. In a belt drive system, there are more components to have losses. For instance, you can have 5 to 15% loss in the belt system. So if a direct drive and a belt drive fan have the same exact motor efficiency, belt drive fan would have more losses and therefore the direct drive fan would have higher efficiency. Let's bring it all back on screen. So you can see there are various reasons to choose belt drive versus direct drive, and it depends on your specific conditions and application. So that's an overview of belt drive and direct drive fans. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.